Portugal 2, Croatia 1. Ronaldo finally breaks a curse that followed him for 20 damn years, and somehow my first reaction wasn't "let's go." It's still not enough. Because I have watched enough Portugal football to know exactly what a 2-1 knockout win against a tired, aging Croatia side actually means. It doesn't mean we are good, it means we got lucky again. Everyone's popping champagnes right now, Twitter's calling it a masterclass, and I'm sitting here like, bro, did we watch the same game? Because Portugal didn't win the match, they escaped it. Like a guy who jumps out of a burning building and lands off a trampoline, and everyone's clapping for the landing instead of asking why the building was on fire in the first place. So yeah, we are through. Yeah, Ronaldo's a legend, no argument. But if you think what I just watched for 90 minutes was a team that can actually go all the way in this tournament, I have got some real bad news for you. Give me 10 minutes and I will show you exactly what almost got Portugal sent home today and why one guy is the only reason it didn't. Let's start with the thing every single fan was screaming at their TV about during that dead first half, the endless back passes. Vitinha and the backline looked like they were running a mandatory position drill just to burn the clock. Annoying to watch, right? Except that's not what actually happened. Those back passes weren't complacent, they were damage controlled. The exact second the ball went forward into midfield, we watched what I can only call tactical identity theft. Bruno Fernandes was supposed to be the creative engine, the heartbeat of every attack. Instead, he was camping out in the striker spot like an uninvited roommate, trying to be the main man while completely ghosting his actual role. Every time the ball reached him or the wingers, it came straight back off them, boots full of wet cement, and suddenly Portugal fullbacks were caught upfield with Croatia running the other way 4-on-3. So the back passes weren't fear, they were the only insurance policy keeping Portugal from getting torn apart by a Croatian press that had nothing left to lose. Recycle the ball, drain the clock, make them do the running. It's a team quietly admitting their most advanced creative outlet can't hold up play on his own and building the entire structure around hiding it. Meanwhile, Ronaldo's doing the exact opposite, holding the ball under pressure, turning defenders, dropping the right pass at the right time. At 41 years old, outperforming players half his age in the one department they are supposed to own, that's not a compliment to Ronaldo. That's every single person watching, realizing the creative hub of this team just got outclassed by a guy who should be doing punditry. So here's the actual disease, not just a symptom. Roberto Martinez has built a system, possession first, patience system, and then filled his final third with players who thrive on chaos and one-on-ones. Leão, Gonçalo, guys who need space and quick decisions stuck inside a shape that's built to wait. That mismatch is why you get exactly what happened today. 1 or 2 moments of pure magic, surrounded by long stretches where nobody in a red shirt looked dangerous. And Gonçalo need to be called out directly. One-on-one with the keeper more than once, and he squandered them. Missing chances that should be clear should honestly be a bookable offense. Ruben Diaz and Renato Vega aren't off the hook either. Two centre backs were genuinely good in air, ball basically touching their foreheads at corners, and it goes nowhere. In a knockout match this tight, that's not bad luck. That's a phase of game you're supposed to dominate, wasted. Bruno failed so badly at the first 9 job that Martinez pulled off a historic mass substitution. Bruno, Vitinha, Cancelo, Neto all gone at once. That's not a tweak, that's an admission the plan wasn't working. And then right after Ronaldo's penalty gave Portugal life, Martinez did the one thing nobody predicted, subbed off his best player Cristiano Ronaldo, man of the match, off for Ruben Neves because João Neves was running on fumes and the team needed fresh legs to actually press instead of just absorbing pressure. Credit where it's due, for the next 15 minutes Portugal looked like the team everyone predicted before the tournament even started. 2 minutes later, Gonçalo Ramos buried it off a filthy Leão cross. But you don't win the World Cup by playing tactical roulette every time your system stalls out. It worked today, it won't always. And if any of this feels painfully familiar, it's because we have seen this exact movie before. 2014, 2018, 2022. The infinite Portugal loop, a golden generation's worth of individual talent, completely paralyzed by structural dysfunction, saved every single time by individual heroism and a hell lot of luck. If Diego Costa hadn't turned into an absolute wall today, Portugal had been booking flights home right now. And let's be honest about that 90+ plus 11 Croatia equalizer that got ruled out. That wasn't structural genius keeping Portugal alive. It was pure luck. Different centimeters, different outcomes, different tournament. As a Madrista, that final whistle was bittersweet as hell. Watching Luka Modric, 40 years old, gave every ounce of his soul on that pitch, walk away from his last World Cup without ever lifting it. Because his squad finally run out of gas, that one hurts regardless of what shirt you support. But for Portugal, the celebration needs to stop right here. In the next match, don't watch the scoreboard. Watch the midfield transition. Watch whether Gonçalo Ramos earns the start after the cinematic finish, or whether Martinez goes right back to masking a stagnant midfield and praying for another penalty. The knockout curse is broken, the actual problem isn't. Let me know below, do you trust this Portugal squad to go all the way, or is this the same script we have watched for a decade with a different final scoreline? I will see you in the next one.